Hello twinflames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. This is going to be a classic read. Probably won't take a lot of time. Let's get started right away. So we'll start with an oracle card for each of the twins, and then we'll move into the DF and DM energy, and finally and the relationship, the connection, and then we'll get some messages between the twins as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am doing, as promised, a little read from each. It's a little cloudy, but it might actually be easier this way because it gets pretty hot these days. Yeah, and another fun fact, so in the US this Sunday we went to summer daylight savings time, but Hawaii didn't. So I'm officially now 6 hours behind New York. I don't think it's going to change much for us, you and I, although as I'm scheduling these videos to come out at a certain time based on my computer clock, there is a chance, because there's been a switch and my computer is still set up for New York timing, so it's easier for me to figure out, my arrangements and responsibilities in the New York time zone. So it might change. Yes, I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with it, but it might. And I think the difference with Europe is only by a couple of weeks, and the majority of the countries are gonna be moved to summer time as well. So it's gonna be back to normal in a couple of weeks, even if you notice the change. If you are in States or Canada, you won't. Okay, so let's get a card for Divine Feminines. Let's see. And yes, I was a little lazy to dress up today. I am actually wearing pants, so I'm not entirely inappropriate doing my reading in a bathing suit. But yeah, no top today. Okay, and apparently there are some mosquitoes here, so yes, I will try to make this reading fast. So the feminist has got two cards. We have the unknown territory and answering the call. Very interesting. So you will be answering the call, but it's not gonna be what you think. It's gonna be a very unusual circumstance for you. So it could still be the activity that you normally do. Like for me, let's say it will be doing a reading for someone, a tarot reading, but the questions the person will ask or the setup will be very unusual. So it's going to be like a level up for me. Maybe we'll be talking about Akashic records and past lives, for example, right? I'm just throwing out there. You're exactly where you need to be, and the time is now, right? Remember, I spoke a lot, and if you watched any of my zodiac sign videos, which have, by the way, all the horoscopes to Marsha out on my other channel, Mindful Bamboo, so feel free to check it out. Sorry guys, it just... and I've been talking about it in those readings a lot, that we are in March when all the planets are going direct, which is really encouraging all of us collectively to take action, to try new things, take steps forward. It also has Saturn in Pisces, which is another encouragement for a couple of months, including March, which is another encouragement to push forward with innovation, with doing new things. And if you feel like you had to do something different because of these circumstances, just know for your own benefit that that's exactly how it was supposed to happen, and it happened for a reason. So don't dismiss it as like one-off, I had to do it this way today, right? Think about how can you use it going forward. What kind of insights did it give you? Maybe give you more ideas to try next time. Something like that. Very interesting. Okay, let's see what we have for the masculine. So I know there is a mosquito somewhere here, but I can't see it quickly enough to do something about it. So that's probably the only downside of the big island and being here is mosquitoes are a nightmare. I literally feel like I need to tie the mosquito spray or like the insect repellent to myself so that I have it on me at all times. I did put it on before I went to the beach, but it's been a couple of hours and I took a swim, so of course it wore off. And now I'm susceptible again. And I'm sitting here and I'm actually surrounded by trees over here. So yeah, mosquitoes are here. They are here. There's a new article on my blog coming out most likely tomorrow, so I will post a link to it when it does, and also I'll mention it in my newsletter. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Yes, so kind of a similar vibe for divine masculines, but the difference is for them it's almost like an encouragement. If you are you feel like you're walking uphill and it takes more energy than you think it needs to get to a certain place or to achieve something, just know that by going through those obstacles, you're actually learning something new and very, very important for your journey, right? So try not to focus on the hardship side, but focus on what you're actually getting out of it, or how was it different in terms of what can you actually take from there, you know, like lessons learned sort of idea. Okay, let's get to tarot. I've got my spellcaster deck today. What's the energy like for divine feminine? Ooh, Eight of Swords. Anything else? And the Magician. Ooh, okay. So I'm immediately getting overthinking about some material things over the end result. Like focusing too much on the toolkit or the investment rather than the benefits at the end. When you're doing a project, and by the way, we are approaching new moon actually, energy. Just about a week from now we have a new moon, and it will definitely be the time when you are going to be starting new things, right? And right now there is a kind of, you're being set up for those things, right? Like you're really being given ideas and clarity on which direction to go, what is working out, what is not, for your personal and professional development, right? Maybe for your relationship as well. And you're being given some pretty specific guidance on that, and you have doubts about it, mostly because you don't think that either you don't see the outcome fully and you don't trust that it will be worth it, or that it makes sense, or you don't think that it's worth it. Like the way you see the outcome, you're thinking this is gonna be too risky, or you know, it's just too much of an investment for that kind of outcome. The clue here is trust and go with it. Do not overthink right now. Do not try to be overprotective or not do the thing because you're like, oh no, this is not gonna work, or I've done it before and it didn't really do much good to me, right? Don't go there, because that's what is gonna be really blocking your manifestation skill and ability here, right? Just know that your manifestation skill is limitless, and the universe will show you, right? you are supposed to go into it with the mindset that you can do anything, you can make anything work, right? And if you're in alignment, you feel this is the right thing, that's all that matters. You feel guided to do it. And then the universe will show you what's next, or why was this important. Okay? Let's see what's going on with the masculine. Wow, King of Pentacles and Three of Swords. In this deck, Three of Swords is actually about healing the heartache. You see the sun? This is definitely a positive dynamic. I'm not saying that it's healed, whatever that heartache was in the last cycle, but it is being healed. And what I'm getting actually is that this is one of the deeper ones. This is like, you know, childhood trauma and all that kind of stuff. But so there's a good chance it's not gonna get, well, sorry, scratch that. It's not gonna get healed in one cycle, in one goal, with one scenario. But it is in progress of getting healed, and this is a pretty important one because it has to do with the feeling of worthiness and success in this world. So maybe this is the part where, sorry for that, maybe this is the part where Divine Masculine was always put down as a kid for what they were or were not doing, right? Maybe their parents or teachers or friends kind of like laughed at them, or, you know, told them that they were not good at XYZ, right? That made them doubt themselves on a deeper level, right? This is the stuff that's going away now, and it's allowing for this success, for this confidence to come in, and as a result, abundance to come in. And again, just want to repeat it, that it's not going to be full healing. And moreover, I'm not saying that this is the final state, like, okay, they reached success, it's that happy ending, the end. No. There's even a good chance that this is going to go away too, in exchange for something else, or because that will be the next lesson, right? But right now, this is the past, this is like the process that they're going through, right? They're getting the heartache, the trauma healed, and they're getting more success. They're getting more of that energy flow into their space, which is really, really useful. Yes, there will be more cycles where they will figure out that there are people in their current timeline that are preventing them from really exploring their full potential. But that's a story for another day. Okay, connection energy. Nine of Cups, Knight of Wands. There's a lot of enthusiasm in the connection. Understanding that it's actually bringing in important drive to action, call to action. You know, like when this is part of the awakening process, really. And of course, it's hitting DM and DF a little bit different, but they do realize more or less consciously that this connection has pushed them to the new limits, to new insights, to new wisdom, and give them the potential to discover more of what they want, separately and in a connection, right? And let me back that a little bit. So when we talk about what they want in a connection, this is more about what they want in a healthy relationship, generally speaking. Because obviously a lot of you guys are not in a relationship with each other, twins, I mean, right? But this is a very important part of it, right? Preparation for the physical union between the twins. Because in order to be happy in a relationship, we're supposed to know what we want, what are our values, what are our non-negotiables, and what are the things that we can and should be open-minded about, right? It's also about having healthy boundaries. All of those is about loving themselves. You know, like you need to check all those boxes first to figure those things out before you can be together. And this is them figuring it out with their current, just the current partners, friends, family, whoever they're close to, whoever they are having certain dynamics with, whoever they, because this works when you are in a close relationship with someone, because that's when, you have that, your energies connect, and these dynamics come into action, i.e. you care about each other a lot, you can get jealous about certain things, you want certain kind of attention, certain kind of commitment, right? And that will mean certain things to you, right? So it's very important to figure out what those are and which ones are really A, healthy, and B, non-negotiable, and which ones are more of a, yeah, that'd be nice, but I understand if this is not for you. Something like that. Okay. Messages between twins. Messages from DM to DM. They're waiting for you, 1 cup, and I worry about us a lot. Yeah, so in a nutshell, DM is seeing the love in the situation, in the connection. They're understanding, they're getting their head around them loving the divine feminine, really, for real, like deeply, it's that ultimate undying love, true love kind of vibe, right? They're understanding what it means, they're understanding, they're accepting that that's what they feel. But they also, this is also another cycle of being afraid that things are not gonna work out, because they have karmic commitments, because they know that you're busy with mission, with your community, tribe, I don't know, friends, projects, whatever it is, right? Like they see you're busy with life, building your own life. And either it's entirely without them at the moment, or it includes them, but in a capacity where they understand that it's not gonna be cemented there. It's like it can come and go. Today you have some sort of communication, and a week later you may be off to a new project somewhere else or with someone else, and it's gonna be gone. So these are the kind of fear they're experiencing right now. And this fear is, like it says, I worry about us a lot. The worry is big because they're realizing how much you mean to them. Messages from DF to DM. Reach out. And So if you're not in communication, just know that divine feminine is missing their DM very much. And although they're kind of in doubt to whether it's worth to reach out or not at this time, because we all are trying to accept the fact that if we are in separation or there is no communication for a while, it's done by the universe for a reason, right? We're supposed to work through our own karmic scenarios separately, without interference from each other's energy. And we all know that, how much that interference can be, like how deep, how impactful it can be, right? And it can prevent the twin from facing their pain, their fears, their problems, because it's almost like a drug, this energy. When you get a dose of it, you're in some sort of euphoria for a while, right? And you may neglect certain things that you're supposed to work through. So that's why there is a bit of a doubt. But I would say that the message I'm getting here for the feminines, if you have doubts, is, there's nothing wrong with sending, well, first of all, you have telepathic communication. So this may be your first step, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Second of all, reach out if you know that your conversation or meeting or communication of some sort is not then really disrupt either of yours life, right? Like if it's just kind of like casual, are you okay, is everything fine, I'm checking in on the person, or like, you know, I'm sending good vibes to you, I hope you're okay, something like that, it's one thing. If you plan to discuss something, you know, sort of relationship like dilemma, you know, or challenge them in some sort, then maybe it's not a good idea to do it right now. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, this wonderful Kauai beach on the big island of Hawaii. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon.